What is going on, everybody? Welcome to tonight's Mystery Knife giveaway live event. As the title suggests, we have 16 mystery pouches left. So there'll be 2 winners tonight. Each winner will get to choose 2 pouches. Whatever is in those pouches will be yours. In the meantime, kick back, relax, and enjoy the slightly more haphazard setup for tonight. I usually put them in a pattern. I know that bothers some people visually. Sometimes I just like to toss them around a little bit, you know? Does anybody own the titanium MSI? If so, did it live up to your expectations? I have a titanium MSI. Mine has original goat scales, and my scales are contoured. I don't know that I really need to buy the titanium one, but as I have said to myself with every single purchase I've ever made, I could be convinced. I hope everyone's in good health. I'm sending you positive energy if you need it. That's very nice, Heinz. I'm in good health. It's just this is the second time of the year that I have allergies, like just mildly obnoxious. Outside of that, I'm doing great. You got the Vosteed Raccoon and 14C28N with the button lock. Absolutely amazing. It's a wonderful knife. Holy moly. Lot of people asking about the Darkfire, man. That short. Oh, Bradford Mitchell, very kind of you, extremely kind of you. Thank you so much. AMC, I sent you a very important email. Please read and let me know your thoughts. Also, just got a Factor 8, and right now, would you say Veyron is a bit better than it? Just my humble opinion, but I still like it. Okay, cool. That's awesome. So tonight, I have a feeling, those of you who are here, you will probably be a part of a live stream where the odds are far, far better, because I made a big mistake today. I made 2 mistakes. Very few people are going to get the notification for this live stream. I'll tell you why. Number 1, I did my usual thing where I created a fake live stream, then deleted it, just because the notifications don't seem to differ one way or another. But it would have sent notifications for that if, number 1, I had not had to make yet a 3rd live stream because I messed up the camera orientation. But I also did what I have tried to remind myself is something I can't do on a live stream day, and that's release a 3rd video. And I released a 3rd video at noon, and so I'm capped out on notifications. So we are reduced to just whoever happens to remember that this is when I do my live streams. So tonight's population will probably be substantially lower than normal, but that's perfectly fine. Your odds will be much better. You like that trash? TikTok did not like that. I think it's because of my South Park level F-word bleeps. I'm just barely editing it out. And that's not because I'm not trying to be like edgy or anything. It's just funny. Like, if you bleep that word out, everybody knows what you're saying anyway. I don't think I have to bleep it out at all on YouTube. I think I can just say it. But I'd rather not be screaming the F word. But I short bleep it on purpose. I thought maybe it was the skull guy flipping the bird. I thought, oh, it's at the... I said, well, most likely it's at the end. I put my finger in that knife hole. Whatever it was, TikTok was like, no! Limited! 18 years or older. Bradford Mitchell, thanks for your donation. Oh, Bradford, hold on a second. You sent the email about Stacy. I just realized I read it. I just never replied to you. Something happened and I had to get up and go. Okay, so I did read that email. Email me again, please. I forgot to star it. Email me again. I don't know how we can work that out, but I like that idea, and I'm sure it would be very easy to work out. But let's talk a little bit more about it. emails get buried, I will do my best to have that put in a folder so that I can keep a reminder on it. Thank you for the memberships, and also thank you to B Swirls for the memberships. Yeah, really nice. Thanks, guys. We actually have a lot of new stuff on the table. There's a lot of stuff on the table tonight that has not been unboxed yet, and it's going to be. And so you're seeing a lot of stuff ahead of time. Oh, my littlest one is upset about something upstairs. I don't know if you guys can hear her. She's not happy. Sorry for the accidental group chat. Dude, that was so funny. Was that you? I was like, wait, what are we doing? I was like, wait, who is this? I get invited to groups all the time, but it's usually spam stuff. But I recognized all the accounts as knife accounts, and people just started talking, and I was like, dude, am I supposed to know what's going on here? I know you're not. That is a great question, Clipster, who is the Clippy. Is that still going on? I'll tell you what the definitive Chavez knife is, in my opinion, because that would be heavily debated. So I think most people would say the definitive Chavez knife is the Redemption. And they're correct. The problem is that there are 3 different versions of the Redemption that people would say is the definitive Redemption. I think a lot of people would say the 229 built by Riot. And the reason that they would say that is because they either forgot or didn't know that the 228 came before it. The 228 was a mid-tech, and it had 190 thousandths on the blade stock. American-made mid-tech. I believe that was a $500 pocket knife. Now, I bought that knife because I saw the OG on Jim Skelton's channel, the Redemption Custom, which I don't know. Does Chavez still make those? That thing was huge. That was 9.25 inches, and it was a 1/4 inch thick blade stock. There's a part of me, if Ramon Chavez said, I'll make you one of those, but you got to pay for it, I gladly would. I gladly would. One of those original U.S. custom thick boys for sure. So, depending on who you are, it's one of those. But considering the first 2 are no longer accessible, not to the average person, probably the 229 Redemption, the thumb stud opener drop point version, compound edge. Have you checked out knives by Nuge or Tactical Pterodactyl? Tactical Pterodactyl is one of the coolest. That might be the coolest name for a company I've ever heard. Tactical Pterodactyl. Some of the coolest little pocket fixies you might like. Okay, cool. Thank you, Beef Stick. I like your new profile picture. Hey there, this is my second live event ever. FM Patriot, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. Maybe I'll be gifted a membership. Maybe you will. People like to give memberships, that's for sure. Can you show the black and silver old school looking knife top right? Oh, you're talking about the swing guard? So this was actually made in 2024, and this is a fully U.S. custom made swing guard, but it's overbuilt. It's got a massive leaf spring in it, and it's got a 1/4 inch blade stock. This was made by hands by Burn Knives. This is the most powerful sight opening auto I have. Oops. God, this thing scares me every time. It is almost twice as powerful as my auto stitch, if that says anything. Anybody who owns an auto stitch, that's a powerful auto. This thing is scary powerful. For the low price of, it's an American custom. I mean, like, you could imagine. Thank you for the memberships, and Azrael, welcome I feel like Azrael's been a member before, but welcome to the Knights of the Round. And thank you for the membership, Shay. What's the one to the right of the mirrored Buster FG? That's my red titanium Rockstead Higo 2. It's not actually red anodized titanium because that's not possible. It's titanium, but it has an anodized layer of aluminum oxide on top, and that's how they achieve the red color, because you can anodize aluminum pretty much any color. Thank you for showing the knife. Love it. You're welcome. We need more of that stuff in the knife world. I agree. I'm confused why we don't see that. My only guess is that either people don't know they can do it, or, which I find unlikely, the knowledge of these knife makers is so far beyond. Like, every time I bring something up, like, you should try this, and they're like, yeah, we actually tried to do that 7 years ago. It's probably because the process is more expensive than I realize, or perhaps more tricky. Recon 35 en route. Awesome. Thanks for the donation. You bought the copper Higo on Recon 1? I was tempted by that so many times. The green Chavez. I really like this. This is even for a ProTech, like ProTech's already really powerful. That's a pretty hard firing auto. And if you like the Chavez profile, but you don't like how thick their blades are typically, this is only about 125 thousandths. S35VN, probably Cerakote or PVD on this, I'm not sure. But it's like a green, like a chevron tire tread. Really cool. Really, really nice. Every new ProTech I get, I'm like, man, these guys just keep improving. It's so nice. Their anodizing is just top tier. The red's amazing. I think so too. Thank you. Appreciate that donation. I believe you will own one of those overbuilt knives, because if you, I mean, like, once you start obsessing over it, it just sticks in your head. I like ProTech too. ProTech is one of those companies that's, I would say, almost all the way around, like, highly regarded by the average. I would say, okay, like, the average knife community member who knows their stuff. ProTech is a great company. Their pricing is typically very good for what they are. Their quality is very, very good. Their warranty is very, very good. They have, to my knowledge, never been in any controversies. They regularly work with lots of different designers, and they create business for lots of different, like, smaller U.S. companies outside of themselves. And yeah, the owner's awesome. Like, ProTech is pretty great. Do I have a Kunmu Jericho yet? Thoughts? Is the Jericho the one that has the Vertilock? And if so, it's awesome. I have a prototype. I'm not sure if I should review the prototype or wait for the real thing. They have snappy autos, yes, absolutely. Without being tight when closing, yeah, I agree. What's the furthest to the left black one? Oh, that's the, like over here? That's the Shark Cub, the Demco Shark Cub. This one's in DLC. This is my current go-to, like, absolutely overall go-to. This, I mean, in a pretty close, like, I gotta be honest, they're so close. I'm still reaching for the Shark Cub slightly more, but the Sage 6 is right there with it. Those are top tier EDCs. Can I show and talk about the Dixon? Yes. This is my my favorite knife that McNeese makes. This is amazing. Listen, the PM Mach 2, I know some people are diehard by that. It's good. I kept waiting for a version of it that I thought, like, this will be it for me, and I just have never done it. But then they released this. eKnives sent this to me to demo. I love it. I love it. It's so good. It's bigger. But the edge is screaming sharp. Screaming. Now, any knife can slice, but I think we've all watched knives slice paper enough to know what a certain type of slice looks like. Ooh! 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 It's mean. It's mean. You can't even barely hear it. Oh, it's crazy. Dude, the edge geometry of this and the way that they sharpened it is absolutely nasty. It's actually got a pretty freaking scary edge on it. Really awesome, and I believe it's Magna Cut 62 to 64. Yeah, fully US made. No lock bar insert, curiously. Contoured titanium. Really nice US knife. For a factory edge, like, absolutely ridiculous. It's called the Dixon. Dixon. I got a little sticker with a cartoon energy drink can. It said Big Dixon Energy on it. That came with the knife. That's my level of lowbrow humor. Dixon. McNees. MCNEES. And then the second word, the name of the knife is Dixon. You can find them on eKnives, which I have a link for in the description. Yeah. Really nice. It's kind of Spyderco-y, but like it looks like a knife and not so much like a dead bird. Super smooth too. Yeah, I'm actually like that. You know when you like certain knives, if you've handled a ton of knives, like you don't really worry too much about the edge because you kind of know where your hands are. But some knives you pick them up and you're like, "Ooh, that's that one." And all of a sudden you become a lot more like cognizant of it. Every time I pick that up, I'm like, that's that one that has that crazy. Like if I bump myself with that blade, for example, if I bump myself with the blade of this XM18, it's not gonna cut me. Like if I just like, I'm like, oh, it kind of got my thumb there. No big deal. That one will cut me. I can slice with this knife, but it's not gonna drop down and do much to my hand unless I like whack it down. That will. It's not a newer version of the Buster. Wicked Dream Design sent this to me to give away. You guys will see me unbox this. This was his, and he mirror polished it. So when I do my 500K, or not 500K, my 750K giveaway, sorry about that. When I do that, this will be one of the prizes. Just to put this into perspective, doing this to a knife, it doesn't matter how much the knife costs originally. He made this, this is at least $200 worth of work. It's a crazy amount of work. Hey, MC, do you mind shouting out Knife Rights? Their Ultimate Steel's spectacular ends this weekend. Great fundraiser. Absolutely. Absolutely. Where can I point people? Knives Fast, do you want to post a link? Like somewhere where I can direct people? Absolutely. Knife Rights like Doug Ritter, 100%. What's the gray knife next to the rosy? So this is... Hold on. One sec here. I'm not up on my Poicolos. Can somebody... oh my god. I'll tell you why this is embarrassing here in just a moment. But you'll understand. Can somebody help me out? It's a Poicolo. Somebody's got to know. Oh, I can't even find it on Google. Hold on, did he link something while I wasn't looking? I'll get back to that in just a second. Sure, okay. Check out the Ultimate Steel Spectacular. Here we go, I'm just going to read this. Check out the Ultimate Steel Spectacular and win great prizes and help an awesome organization. On his Instagram, if you link something and it didn't show up, I don't know why it does that sometimes. It's not supposed to block links in live streams, but sometimes it does anyway. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm not trying to... Tell me where it is and I'll try and find it and link it. So anyways, this is a Poikilo model that I was not familiar with at all. As some of you know, I got my anniversary's right around this time. This was my wife's gift to me for our anniversary. A beautiful all stone washed, and it's got a little copper inlay in the thumb stud. Full titanium, no hardware showing anywhere. I've already got a mark on the pocket clip because I've been carrying it. But this was my wife's anniversary gift to me. Beautiful, wonderful. Love the blade shape. Great size. Great access to the lock bar. Super smooth. It's awesome. Ergonomic wonder. Did I say M398? Don't know where she found it. Don't know that I don't know. I can't. She told me the name of it, but I can't remember it. Amazing, amazing knife. Thank you. I feel like I have a great wife too. She's pretty awesome. So my gift to my wife this year, and she hinted at it. She more than hinted at it. What we're gonna do for our anniversary, because we're both big Harry Potter fans. We've got a bunch of recipes that we're gonna try, and sometimes these work out and sometimes they don't. But like the Harry Potter butterbeer recipe and some other snacks, we're gonna try and make them. Throughout the day, we're gonna play all the movies. And then I bought that gigantic, the biggest Harry Potter castle Lego set that you can buy. It's like way overpriced. It's like $450. But I bought that Lego castle. It's like 6,000 pieces. We're going to try and build it throughout the day. Just me and her. Kids are going to be with Grandma. So that's what we're going to try and do. He looks so cool, though. $6,000 pieces. I don't know if we're going to be able to actually do it. Especially if the butterbeer actually has alcohol in it, which I'm guessing it does. Single so I can collect knives without interference. I'll tell you how I made it work. Here's what I did. I built a channel that allowed me to be a full-time knife collector and make it my job. And then I got 773,000 subscribers, and then now she's kind of okay with it. Outside of that, no. Like, before I started the channel, I owned... The day that I uploaded my first video, I had 5 pocket knives. Now I own 400, and the room has an additional 300 in it. So I think there's 700 pocket knives in this room. It is not a big room. I am surrounded by, literally surrounded by blades. The Protec looking thing in the middle, it's a Protec Chavez Redemption. Very cool. Highly recommendable. Absolutely love it. I get to keep this one too. Blade HQ sent me that one. The contact at Blade HQ is awesome. Like, I talk with a lot of people, and there's nothing against anybody. Everybody I've talked to has been very polite. Some people are pure marketing people, and they're kind of robotic. The guy that I talked to at Blade HQ is a human being. Super nice. In fact, I've never actually had a contact at Blade HQ. I didn't go, this is a human being. It's not somebody who's trying to pander or, you know, just a nice guy. What watch am I wearing? The Tudor Pelagos tonight, which actually is a little bit... My wrist is not quite as swollen. I need to adjust this. If you've never seen this, the adjust system on this is cool. It's on the the maxed out end, but it's got a little spring under, these two springs under here. But you can actually reduce it back 1, 2, 3 spaces. So tonight I could actually wear it like this. Yeah, that actually feels better. So yeah, the Tudor Pelagos. And that's it. Yeah. David Anderson from Knife Center. The guy who does the videos. Yeah, he seems like a cool guy. I like to watch their stuff. Show the Borka. This knife, so I have a short that gets, there's an old short that has this video, or this knife in it, and it still gets about, I don't know, it gets like 5,000 views a day, which, like, for an old video is really good. Like a video that's just sitting there from like over a year ago. And regularly on my notifications tab, I have to just ignore it. But like every 10 to 20 comments is a comment on that video of somebody just absolutely raging about the price tag. And I get it, because that was a $6,300 pocket knife, and as I've maintained, the knife is not worth that. It's it's Marfione cashing in on that name, but Borka also charges a lot for his stuff too. And it's like, well, whatever. Like, I accepted that if I wanted this knife, because it was a dream knife. I still love that thing. It was a dream knife, and I was like, if I want it, that's just what I'm going to have to pay. Like, I can kick and scream and cry all I want. It's not going to bring the price down, so I'm going to grab it while I can, because this was the coolest version I've ever seen. Black DLC titanium, frag texturing, quad bevel, mirror DLC blade with a cracked ice finish. It's crazy. It's also got blue tritium all over it. It glows. So I was like, I'm going to buy that. But, like, that video just enrages people. And I'm like, man, you can't even get it anymore. Like, it's gone. It's bought. It's paid for. What are you going to do? It's not, realistically, it's probably, I think I've thrown a lot of different numbers out. I would say it's probably, realistically, more like a $2,500 to $3,000 knife. Are all knife guys also watch guys? Not all of us, but many of us are. Many of us. 2025 Ultimate Steel Knife Rights website. Okay, hold on. Here it is. Okay, we'll put that at the top. So, let's see. Okay, so here's what I'll do. It's a little bit of a clickbaity title, but, you know, I am the king of clickbait for the knife community, so that tracks. I'm going to leave that up for a bit. Hey, we're still, you know, we're not doing bad. For having lost all of my potential notifications for the night, accidentally. If you didn't know, I used, like, I can only upload so many videos before notifications stop going out. And I forgot, you're not supposed to, like, on Fridays, I only do 2, so I can save my 3rd notification video for my live stream. Well, I uploaded 3 videos today. So nobody's getting notifications, or very few people. So I thought, well, the population's gonna be low. Well, it's almost 500 people in here, and it's not bad at all. You only baton bricks with your Rockstead? Damn. You're welcome. Oh, a Shark Cup size mini Excalibur? Oh, interesting. You guys would enjoy a mini Excalibur, would you? Huh. Oh. Would you? Would that be a nice thing? Huh? Would it? Would you guys like that? Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Foreshadowing. Everybody's gonna be real happy come September for a bunch of different reasons. If you like the Excalibur, but maybe it's not quite exactly what you're after, and maybe you'd like the price to be less, but you don't want the quality to be lower, everybody's gonna be real happy. Everybody's gonna be real happy come September. We got it all figured out. We do have an XL planned. It's not ready yet, but we do have an XL planned. I also really I like the idea of releasing a version of Excalibur XL in the original Gen 1 prototype format, the one with the flat scales. For some reason, people really like that one. Actually, let me see if I can find it. If you've never seen my original prototype, I'll pull it out real quick, because it's actually quite a bit different. But people liked it so much that we've considered just doing that. Oh God, where is this thing? Are you here? Yeah! Type 1 if you've never seen my original Gen 1 prototype of Excalibur. I want to know how many people have never seen it. Oh, good. Good. We got a lot of folks in here. Ooh, okay, you're in for a treat. The very first prototype of Excalibur actually looks like this. This is the OG prototype. Fully functional. Still has the bad clip. We won't do that. But it's a flat-scaled, non-contoured version. And it's also gigantic. It's got more aggressive lines that separate the forward choil and index finger position. But this is about 9 1/4 inches. So we have considered when we do the XL... Oh, it also has a front flipper. Which I said no. I said, no, I don't want that. But a lot of people want that. And it works pretty well. So we've considered making this for those of you who might enjoy that. But for now, it's just me who has it. Do I carry it sometimes? I absolutely do. There's only one. It's a good looking knife. I saw it and I was like, we can improve on it. Like, we can make it better. See, I'm not a fan of front flippers either. That's why I vetoed it. But I thought, well, there's no reason we can't make a version of it. Just because I don't like front flippers doesn't mean that somebody else might not enjoy the knife with a front flipper. So it looks a lot like the Strider MSG. Remember that? The Strider Integral? And I love that knife. I was just too late, and I never actually got one. A lot of people tell me that looks better than mine. My full-on, fully finished version. And that's the thing. Instead of like trying to find the perfect version, it's like, well, we just make a lot of different versions of it. Like, I want it to be accessible. I want you to be able to get the one you want. So we're working on it. We're getting there. I feel like we're doing the DBZ saga here. Like we're gonna evolve. We're gonna get there. It's just gonna take a while. DBZ sagas. Need that matching watch too. The Nanhai, sweet watch. Mirror DLC watch with a Salida movement and a Timascus bevel. Actually, one of the versions is DLC. I have that one. We will, John, we will do a budget version, I promise you. Like Sergio is also dedicated to that. It will happen. I don't know if it'll be a Vertilock version. It might be a liner lock. We'll just have to see what we can do. What's the knife on top underneath the Arch Nemesis? It's the new McNeese Dixon. Provided for review by eKnives. Thank you, eKnives. Very good. Excellent. Wonderful. It's like a Spyderco that you can actually look at. I probably won't do a slip joint Excalibur. I mean, like, I don't know. I guess if, like, Excalibur's still popular in 5 or 6 years and, like, we're running out of stuff to turn it into, maybe, you know? We've got a lot of ideas that have not happened yet. Like, there are probably 1, 2, 3... There are 4 versions of Excalibur that we want to do that we haven't done yet. Cowboy Bebop is an amazing anime. So Cowboy Bebop used to be on either before or after DBZ. And I was always irritated by whatever show was on before DBZ. But whenever Cowboy Bebop came on before DBZ, because I always stayed up to watch whatever episode I missed when because I was in wrestling after school, and I would always miss the episode. And so I would tell my brother and sister, like, if you don't... This is back when I was way bigger than my brother. I just wouldn't fly now. He would be like, kick rocks, idiot. But when I was way bigger than my little brother, I would be like, if you don't record this on VHS, you're eating sand when I come home. Like, you're not having dinner, you're having sand. And most of the time he would record it, but sometimes he wouldn't. So after I fed my brother sand, I would stay up until like midnight or whatever, and I would wait, and because I wasn't supposed to be awake, but I would wait and I would silently watch like everything leading up to it. Cowboy Bebop was awesome. I was like, man, this is great. I don't mind watching this at all. This is awesome. My brother grew to be the exact same size as me, and at some point, I was like, hey, you want to just be friends? I think it was right around the time that I became a senior, or maybe, so when he became a junior and I was 1 year into college, he was the same size as me. And I was like, maybe we should, I think I'll just stop being a jerk. Trigun was also very good. Corn-fed? Yeah. My diet as a kid was mostly bologna and cheese and macaroni and cheese and hot dogs. We also ate a lot of spaghetti. I feel like most of you probably had a similar childhood. That was 90% of my diet as a kid. It's a trap, don't get married. Man, I love being married. I don't miss, like, I know, like, it sounds like a trope, like every married guy's like, oh, I love being married. I love being married and being a dad. I absolutely love it. You have to balance everything, for sure. And obviously, like, not everybody has the same situation, but, like, I feel like I got super lucky. Like, really, I mean, I basically tripped and fell on the right person. And multiple times that literally happened. If you ask my wife, like, yeah, he falls down all the time. You want to hear a funny story when I fell down? I've told this story before, but you guys will laugh. So when this was the house before the first house I bought. This is the second house we bought. The first house we bought, it was a house that was built in the 60s, and then some company bought it and like redid it, so it was modern, and like we saw it was fresh on the market, completely like nobody had lived in it since they redid everything, and the price was reasonable for the time. I think the square footage was like 2,400 square foot, and we had just had our first, and I was like, let's get out of this apartment, let's buy a house, it's time. Great neighborhood, awesome backyard. It had a basement that was partially unfinished, but it had a basement living room that was finished. It was just perfect. And this was before the craziness of 2019, so the price was reasonable. And if you were going to do a new blade shape and Excalibur, what would it be and why? Personally, I think it would be cool to unnamed blade shape or Strider Batwing. That'd be neat. So I don't want to ruin anything, but I really... This is unconfirmed. It's barely been a conversation. I like Wharncliffes, mainly because it's really beneficial for what I do every day. And I think it might work well with the profile, but we're not guaranteeing that. It might be fun to do that. So anyways, if you know, like, houses that are built in the 60s that have basements, they have really low overhangs. If you are shorter than 5'10", you can walk down the stairs and not hit your head. If you are 5'10" or taller, you might hit your head. So I always duck, like, because I'm not quite 6 feet tall, just shy of 6 feet tall, and I got used to ducking. I also do that thing that like men do when they go downstairs, where you turn sideways and you kind of get down the stairs. I don't walk down the stairs. I kind of like, you know, with my legs like kind of sideways, my knees bent. I don't take the stairs slow when I can go fast. So my wife was pregnant with number 2, and she kept asking me. She said, "Can you please stop by Sonic and get me a Diet Dr. Pepper, like a Route 44?" 3 or 4 times in a row, when I would go out to do something, I would come back and forget it, and I always felt awful because she's like, "I just wanted this one thing. Like, I'm miserable, I'm pregnant, like, just bring me this one thing." Finally, I remembered. I was like, oh, I'm gonna make her day. And I came running through the house like Charlie with the golden ticket. And just like the Family Guy episode where it was abruptly ended with him like tripping and falling, I did my like weird little sideways shimmy down the stairs and I slipped. My wife, who's sitting on the downstairs couch, she can't see the stairs. She just sees the wall that's like covering the stairs. I fell with this giant Dr. Pepper. But all she saw was like my mangled, like pretzeled body like explode past this wall. And I had like fallen on top of the Dr. Pepper, so it exploded while I was falling. Not my only story where I fall down the stairs with drinks or food. So she just saw like my body like blast out of this wall, like these pieces of styrofoam from the cup, and like 44 ounces of Diet Dr. Pepper just blasting out with that. And I just laid there. I just laid there and I was like, I remember your Dr. Pepper, but it's gone. I'm sorry. She never got it. I'm kidding. I went back and got her another one. What's up, MC in chat? What's up, man? Dukes of Hazzard. Thanks for your donation. My favorite Zerkatai knife is right here. The Crane's Cutlery exclusive ultra rare Riat Jack 1.5 in Zerkatai. An unbelievably rare and valuable knife. Originally sold for $1,100. They sell for many, many times that now. I think one at one time was listed on eBay for like almost $7,000. I don't believe it actually sold for that, but I believe that they do regularly sell for $3,000 to $4,000. For the few people who have them. I don't know. Do you guys think a Wharncliffe Excalibur would go hard? I think it'd be pretty cool. Was listed at 90. Oh, yeah, you're right. It was. It was listed almost 10 grand. I don't believe that it actually sold for that. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't sell it. I'm not going to sell this either way. By the time I would want to sell it, I don't think anybody would care about it, but they are very rare. Is the Migron Gatov M390 worth $100? Yeah, and I'll tell you why. Because Migron, while they're still hitting that kind of low industry standard of $59.61, that's still $100 industry standard M390, and it's a Migron. It's ridiculous. Migron is proving to everybody that, like, these companies who are marking this stuff up, they don't have to. Migron is functioning just fine. All world economic issues, you know, included. Migron is selling knives at completely and totally reasonable prices, and they're basically maxed out for their competition zone in manufacturing quality. Migron is one of the best companies in that territory, and they will continue to do that, and it's because of the person behind Migron. He's not out to get anyone. He's just like, listen, I mean, he's clearly trying to operate on volume, and he knows I'm going to talk about his stuff because his prices are really good, right? So he's going to keep his, and I told him, I said, if you keep your prices really low, people will always buy your stuff, and I will always promote your stuff because it's made well. I said, you got to get your HRC up a little bit, but just this, it's made well, and it's ridiculously well priced, and you're not cloning anything. You're not selling counterfeits. How often would I buy a knife if I didn't get samples for review? I'm going to be honest with you. I have a pretty good knife budget. Thank you very much, patrons. By the way, my patrons create my knife budget. I would still buy, like, I currently buy at least 2 knives a month. And if I couldn't get any samples, I would probably buy 4. But I'd have to stretch into other things. I'd have to create a budget doing something else. You would see me doing different things on the channel to create a larger budget. But it would probably be 4 knives a month. Benchmade says everything is a clone. I mean, technically, like you can whittle, you can hair split on that all day. I do have a Spartan. I have a Spartan Harzy folder. That was gifted to the channel by a viewer. Awesome knife. It's what happens when you cross the XM18 with a Sebenza. Is crystal time more of a recent thing? So it's older than we think, but it just didn't become popular until like the last couple of years. And I'll tell you what, we're going to see a lot more crystal tie, especially in the Chinese production knife world. We're going to see a lot more of it. It is more expensive than regular titanium. It is. Not substantially, but it definitely does add cost. And it also technically makes the titanium, the way I understand it, and I don't understand the science of it, but I've had multiple people explain it to me the same way. It does technically increase the strength of the titanium. Kane Miranda, welcome to Knights Around. Knights Raise Your Swords for Kane. Thoughts on Skip's bearing swaps? Put a set of my Porcupine and it's objectively an improvement. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've never done it, but like I love like knives that have been sent to me with skiff bearings have always been better. The best knife to upgrade to skiff bearings, and I think that there's a lot of really good knives that you could say that you should do this. I like the Chonky Omega too. Thank you for the membership there. I'm about to show you one that's even bigger. But the XM18, a lot of people don't know that Rick Hinders, to my knowledge, still uses steel bearings, which is definitely something he needs to change. I don't know why he's still using steel bearings. Like, we got to do this. We got to do ceramic bearings. Upgrading an XM18 to skiff bearings it's a night and day improvement. I feel guilty for not carrying some of the more expensive knives in my collection in favor of my crappy bailout. How do I get over that? Carry one of your expensive knives. And so, I mean, like, okay, let me find the right way to say this. B Swirls sent 5 Metal Complex memberships. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Congrats to people who won. So it's not so much like a lot of people just say just use your shit, and like that's just dumb. Like it's not advice. Like it's, you have to understand people have reservations, right? You have to tell yourself that if you really, really love something and you love the idea of how utilitarian it would be and like using it every day and not worrying about it, you have to tell yourself, like, is this a knife that I truly intend on keeping either way? Is this a knife, like if you're honest with yourself, is this a knife that I have no interest in ever selling? Am I going to keep it forever? If the answer is no, then it's totally reasonable to save clean it. If it's something that you might sell or trade down the road, then okay, then don't push yourself. If you know without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt that you are never ever going to part with it, then it doesn't matter if you use it. And accepting that internally, accepting that this thing that's sitting there that you're never going to get rid of is not going to be used, right? The alternative is it sits there and it's never sold, but it's never used. Then you are robbing yourself of the true enjoyment of that object only in that scenario. Harpoon Tanto Excalibur. So did a live interview with my favorite knife maker, Nkowski, which I have right here, by the way, just to show you that I have not lost it. It's right here. That's cool. He posted 6 customs on the site for anybody looking for one. That's cool. Okay. You could also accidentally drop it. I mean, nothing makes a user faster than accidentally dropping your knife. The more you put it in your pocket, the more likely you are to accidentally get a scuff on it. And as soon as that happens, you're not going to care. Just put it in your pocket. Let yourself enjoy it at your own pace. You go by your own rules. You're in control. Just do what makes you comfortable. Put skiffs on my XM18 non-flipper, and it's absolutely amazing. A finger biter, so be careful. So I have a finger biter already. This one is very broken in. And this is on the standard bearings that hindered. Like, this is my smoothest XM. I couldn't imagine putting skiffs in this thing. Yeah, this Buster does. Because Wicked Dream, gosh darn it, it's so big I have to find the right leverage spot. Wicked Dream did this by hand. Oh, I've been spitting on this one. Wicked Dream did that entirely by hand, which, I mean, it's like I said earlier, when you do this to a knife, it doesn't matter what the original price was. That like adds, it's like $200 worth of work there. That will be a prize in my... I want to keep that for myself, but I'm not allowed to. He said it has to be given away, and I'll give it away during my 750K event when I finally do that. I know we're 23,000 subs over that, sorry. But when I finally do that, we'll give that one away. Show the Vandal. Thoughts on the XM18 with the Aggressor blade? It's awesome. Did he do a production version of that? If Hinder did a production Aggressor, like, that's crazy. That's amazing. So the gold knife top left out of frame is the Crescent Edges Ambush, and unfortunately, unless he actually recovers the stolen knives, because a huge batch of these were stolen, this variation, to my knowledge, all of the knives that were in this variation were stolen. So you can buy this knife right now, but not in this variation. And it's awesome. It's too bad, because this, in my opinion, is the coolest one he did. So you can buy the Ambush, it's amazing, but if you want this version, some asshat stole them. Spam your channel. Well, it depends on what your channel is there, big guy. Let's take a look here. It looks like you like knives. You got 10 subs and you have 13 videos. 2 regular videos and you got a bunch of shorts, that's fine. I believe that you're a real knife guy. We did a thing a while back where I used to promote smaller channels, and like it got problematic because we had one channel that got promoted and that guy ended up to be kind of a dickhead. I'm not saying you are. I like to promote channels that seem really, really dedicated, that have like an enormous amount of content, like they're fully integrated into the community and they have something to lose. That way I'm not promoting channels that use my promotion as an opportunity to scam people. And again, I'm not saying that you haven't, but it really helps when a channel already has a dedicated community and there's already an enormous amount of effort. So it's fine if you want to say like, here's my channel name, but forgive me, and I hope you understand, like I'm not going to put it on the pinned link there. But keep going, don't stop. It looks like you're into it. It looks like you're the real deal, so keep going. He did a production on the Hinder site now in Stonewatch. I might actually have to buy that tonight if that's actually the case. Dale? No, it wasn't you. The guy who was the snake disappeared. He just quit making content. So here's what happened there, and I can't remember the name of the channel, but it wasn't Dale. This guy scammed another dude out of a knife, and the knife was one of my viewers loaned this guy to be kind and help him with content. He loaned him an infidel. A real Benchmade infidel. $500 knife. Doesn't matter if you don't agree with the price tag. This dude paid for it. And then the guy ghosted him and never messaged him back. And I messaged him multiple times. I emailed him and I said, hey man, like, can you like not steal people's knives? That'd be cool. There is the slightest chance that he passed away or some horrible thing happened. I don't know. In any case, though, one of my viewers who was recommended this channel, because the guy had a bunch of content. He looked like a dedicated channel. He said, my knife's gone. It's been gone for months. So I gave him a knife. I think he actually ended up with 2. I said, well, here's a bunch of knives that I have. If you like any of them, you can have a couple of, whatever's the equivalent value. But it was my fault for promoting the guy. So I worked it out with the viewer. He was really cool about it. He picked 2 knives that he liked, and he got some new knives. I mean, it's my fault. Like I said, hey, subscribe to this guy. Like he looks legit, and they did. And then that person got scammed. So that's my fault. Hey, MC, do you have any reblades? What are your thoughts? There's a reason you would or wouldn't get more. I don't. I have that chopped Capara from Spyderco. That's as close as I have to a reblade, and it's really cool. I like the idea of reblades. If I was going to do a reblade, it would be transparent knives, like hands down. I would do a transparent knives reblade because his grinds are insane, and he pushes the HRC, like he does crazy high hardness. I think personally, like there's probably a lot of qualified people, but transparent knives is I consider him an enormous friend to the channel and an amazing asset when it comes to information, and I trust him completely when it comes to quality and HRC. He slice, he dice, he not so nice? Transparent? Yes, he is. What do you mean? Transparent's not nice? Transparent calls a lot of people out, but Transparent Knives is a nice person. Definitely. Don't think he's not nice. MC Hammer. Should I make a hammer? I bet Sergio would think that's funny. I was like, dude, we should make a hammer. What if both accounts were the same guy? Yeah, I mean, like that's always possible, sure. Like I totally like people do elaborate like crazy things like that. But I very much doubt it. So I've never revealed this because there's a way that I can tell when people are using alts and when alts are associated with certain things. And the reason I haven't revealed it is because it helps me weed out a lot of bad players. And I'm not saying it's foolproof, but this situation passed that check. There's a few different things that I do to determine when people are trying to scam, and I'll never ever say how I do it. But I got another very wise content creator pointed it out to me, and I was like, that's genius. So we just utilize that, and that's how we know. There's a lot of people in my comments who regularly comment, and then they also discuss things with themselves using alt accounts, not realizing that anybody notices. I'm just going to let you know, as long as you're not being fishy or doing anything weird, I'll leave it alone, but I noticed it. Some people are really, they really want that reaffirmation, even if the reaffirmation is created by themselves. As long as you're not being malicious with it, it's all right. People are, man. People go out of their way, like they'll create like 20 alts and like their own comments 20 times just to make sure that they're perceived as agreeable. I'm not gonna tell you what I do because it won't stop me from catching people. I catch people all the time. People try to scam this channel all the time. I gotta do something. The weirdest thing I've ever seen, I had a guy tried to do it today in conversation with me, but I had a guy have a conversation almost entirely with himself, and he used 6 different alt accounts to create not only the initial comment, but an entire conversation. It was the weirdest thing I've ever, and it wasn't a bot, like it was a regular, because one other person commented in with it, but I was like, what is what? Some form of self-entertainment. Because they're bored. A lot of times people comment online simply just for attention. They just want, it's not about making money or making an impact. It's just, they just want attention. And sometimes if the attention's not there, they create it for themselves. I've seen it all. I mean, the channel gets 85 to 100,000 comments a year, so I see some weird stuff. Or they're in a padded room. I mean, whatever. We're all in a unit. We're all in a reality where we all live in our own echo chambers already. This right here is an echo chamber. YouTube has allowed me to create a community that, like, for the most part, agrees with me. And then I host live streams, and like, I'm like, I'll give things away if you show up and be nice. Like what? Like I'm doing the same thing. I'm not that much different, right? I haven't been playing any video games lately, but I really want to play Path of Exile. I don't think I have time for it, but I will play Borderlands because that's a largely single-player experience. Peeps with $20, please shout my page for the algorithm, yeah. It's effing trash day! I'm glad. Did you guys enjoy that? I really enjoyed making that. That was a fun one. No, you don't have to be nice. I'm kidding. But I mean, like, obviously, the channel, the way that YouTube is laid out, it's set up to be advantageous to the content creator. They have all of the tools in the world to make sure that they have the people that they want, and they don't have the people that they don't want. I try to be fair, but I mean, it's you ultimately end up with this many subscribers. You're collecting like-minded people, and those like-minded people reaffirm what you're doing, and so it builds and builds and builds. That's how we got here. I bought a Strider. It has bad lock stick. Yeah, that's pretty common, and generally isn't smooth. I know it's a common advice. The best advice I can give you, Robert, because I have a Strider that is centered and has gone through 2 stages of lock stick and has completely worked itself out and is ridiculously smooth. Continue to open that thing up, open it hard. Let that lock face, that's a carbonized titanium lock face. Let it work harden, let it smooth itself out. Keep going, keep working it. It will eventually become miraculously smooth and it won't have lock stick. But that lock bar needs to settle in. Titanium gulls, so let it gull. Sometimes it's 200 opens, sometimes it's 1,000. Just keep working it. Have faith. Have you ever tried to RNG hunt a shiny Pokemon? It's mind-numbing. But eventually you get it. I did it one time, I'll never do it again. I tried to get a shiny starter in Pokemon Heart Gold. And I think it took about 1,600 resets and I got one and I was like, wow. Cool. I'm never doing that again. Only a small percentage of my audience is going to know what I'm talking about here. What time is it? Damn, 7:36. Para 3 15V or wait for Yojimbo 2 15V sprint run. The Para 3 is a better EDC. And I don't know how good it emphasizes 15V, but 15V is pretty insane. I think that you would really enjoy the Para 3. The Yojimbo 2 is cool, but I don't know that I trust that tip with 15V, like at Spyderco hardness. Like, I think you might have trouble with the tip. Then again, the Para 3 tip is pretty thin, but it's not quite as thin as the Yojimbo. The Yojimbo is insane. Colt fun for MC. Thank you, I appreciate that. Patreon is a great example of, I mean, like, Patreon is like, that's where it's at. I'm like, if you want to help me create my knife budget and support my channel, and you're diehard to the channel, then I'll let you do that. The key is you have to be transparent. You have to tell people exactly what you're doing, right? Whether or not people agree with it is one thing, but you got to be honest about it. Don't try to hide anything. Just say, this is what I'm doing. And then people can make their own choice. I love my Patreon members. They're awesome. That community over there is great. But they know exactly what's happening there because I tell them, this is what I did. This is what I show the knives that I buy on the channel. Camouflage my emotions. I mean, yeah. I mean, like, there's certain things you don't keep to yourself, but like, if you're running a channel and you're asking people to help support you, you have to tell people what you're going to do with that money. I appreciate that. Thanks for all you do. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Carfish, you got that comment on copy paste, man? Like, yeah, like all my knives are coded. It's kind of funny. I've seen that comment 4 times now. I like Warncliffs. I do too, but I'm coming over to Case Collector. For Case Collector, that's hard because those are traditional blade shapes. That's tough. I might have to defer to chat for that, that's such an easy thing for me to do. Is like, I don't know, ask chat, but like I think you honestly might get a better recommendation from chat. Yeah, this chat does this song make you think of road trips, like with your big grit? Like you only packed, because that thing took 8 batteries or 4 batteries, but you packed an extra 4, and on a long road trip, that Game Boy during the day, like, that saved you. And this game, most of us had it. You're in the back seat, your parents are driving, and you're probably not buckled. We had a Suburban. My dad took the second row seat out, and he just put a blanket down. We used to just lay on the. We weren't in seatbelts or anything, just flying down I-70, rolling around on that just flat thing, and I was just laying on my back playing my Game Boy. Just unhinged. It's crazy. The only 3 aggressors left in Stonewash. If it's still there after the live stream, I'll pick one up. My brother and sister, one time, we created, because we brought a bunch of stuffed animals with us, and we created Human Claw Machine, where one person, because we were obsessed with claw machines when I was a kid, and one person, we would take turns, like I was the claw machine, and I would just hold my hand above like this stack of toys and stuffed animals in the back of this Suburban while we're flying down interstate. And it was either my brother or sister's turn, and they would say left, right, up, down. I would move my hand, and then they'd say drop, and I would go down. I'd try to simulate a fairly rigged claw machine where I didn't grab it. And depending on which sibling I wanted to piss off more, I would intentionally not grip as hard. 8 hours into a road trip, like, that was really entertaining to me. If I was mad at my sister, I'd be like, oh, not enough today. Sorry, you don't get that one. And then my brother, I'd be like, oh, you got it. Perfect. Or vice versa, whichever I wanted to do. As the oldest sibling, I was constantly playing games like that. I got a lot of Civivis. The one that's right out here. I don't have any petrified fish within reach. Somewhere over to my right, there's one. But the Guile from Sean Ashmore is out here. I got that one. Flytanium needs to do a run of arcades in polycarbonate with a super steel. I think that would be a good idea because they could easily put 20 CV on this for about 150. The arcade in polycarbonate, which by the way is far superior ergonomically because the edges are beveled properly, it's comfortable, versus the standard arcade, which has sharp edges. If they put 20 CV on that thing and charged 150, people would buy it up. Or MagnaCut or whatever, right? S90V. Picked up the Micro Sting? That's cool. I bet you'll love it. There are a lot of Hinderers that I want to snag, but all the ones that I want to snag are really rare. And I also have wishes for things that Hinderer just won't release. You know, like the Fatty Spanto. Like, why? It's not utilitarian. It's too thick behind the edge. Please do a Gen 6 Fatty Spanto, please. Bring back your coal-based anthracite coating. Or no, it's not coal-based. Anthracite is coal. I don't know if it's actually coal-based. The anthracite coating was so cool. I don't know why. I want a Fatty Spanto XM18 3.5 inch flipper or non-flipper in the anthracite coating. Okay, let's talk about this. So I have two Ultimate Alpha Beasts here. These are the thickest production knives ever. These are really cool, and you guys are going to see me unbox these tomorrow. These are so nice that I don't think they use the same OEM. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but they're so... Here was my original prototype. Okay? Now this has a crazy grind, and it's real thick, and the edge is basically just dull. Right? The edge on this guy, not only is it sharp, but this is nuts. It almost feels like it was OEM by somebody else. Stonewashed, right? It's got a nice edge. Let me show you this. 450 thousandths. We're approaching half an inch. Okay. Now let me show you this. Woo! Mirror polish DLC on that. You can buy these right now on Tools for Gents. The reason I think the OEM might be different is because of the price. It's really high, but it's not as high as I thought it would be. They sent me 3. I'll give 2 away, but I'm keeping that DLC one. I'll give 2 of them away during the 750K event, but I'm keeping that DLC one. Understandably, I would hope you guys would understand. I want to keep that one. Ever heard of Azusa Blade Works? They have a Vanex knife for 98 bucks. Migron OEM. The only part of that I trust is the Migron OEM. I want to know. I want to know how the Vanax is heat treated, because 6061 is capped out, and that's where they should have it. But if they're hitting that, that's incredible. I love this, and I think it's super cool. And if it turns out to be like totally legit, I would promote the hell out of that. But like, let me ask the head of Migron there, Azusa. If that's the case, I would say, hey, Migron, why are you holding out on us? Why don't you guys just put Vanax on your knives? Okay, there's a lot more. I thought we'd only have 500 people in here tonight because I've used all my notifications. It's 7:45. I got to go to the bathroom. If you're new, if this is your first time here and you don't know, you're like, how do I enter? Fortunately for you, there's a square in the middle of the screen that says how to enter, link in description. You got to open the description, click on the link in chat, or not in chat, link in the description that says enter here. Listen to the instructions. It's a 1-minute video. It's very simple. And then leave your comment. Okay? Do that for me, all right? I'll be right back. Down here. Talking to Piper. Well, I had to go to the bathroom and I was out here. You what? What's the name of it? Huh? My wife says she's been telling me the name of the knife this whole time, and I've missed it. Okay. Oh, I gotta get the iPad. Because mom gave me a knife for our anniversary, and I couldn't remember the name of it. Okay. It's time. It's time, guys. Get your entries in. Oh, yeah. We got to... Hey, yeah. Thanks for donations. Did a video on Wild Migron Proton Vanax. Okay. Thanks again. MC Duggar says thanks. Absolutely. So I'm going to switch this back to Patreon because I gotta do my little thing here. Where did that go? There it is. Okay, so right now, like literally next week is when I post the next Patreon exclusive giveaways. So if you don't know, you can join my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. You'll gain access to Patreon exclusive content, Patreon exclusive buy, sell, trade. When I do my knife sales, you'll gain access to that. You automatically gain access to my private Discord. Everything. All of that for $1 a month. On top of that, you gain access to one premium knife giveaway per month with a minimum value of $200. If you decide to join the $3 tier, you gain access to everything mentioned before, but 2 premium giveaways per month. And if you decide to join the $5 tier or higher, you gain access to 3 premium giveaways per month. Generally, the $3 and $5 tier giveaways are far higher than $200 knives. I go out of my way to pick really cool stuff. Next week is when I post all of those giveaways. So if you want to support my channel and gain access to all of that, you can click on the link at the top of chat and become a patron and potentially win some extremely cool knives. And at the very least, you'll have opportunities to buy knives from me that are ridiculously discounted. Sometimes 50% off of retail, not MSRP, 50% off of retail. I never oversell knives on Patreon, not even close. So if you want that, great. If not, don't worry. Tonight's giveaway is free. You can think about that. Give me a moment here and I'll pull the link. Thank you to the people signing up. I appreciate that. Seriously, you create the knife budget for this channel every month. That's how I pay for the stuff that I create content out of. The stuff that I cannot get through retailers. I use Patreon budget to find crazy and wild things that you guys would be entertained by. So that's what I do with it. Okay, let's move this stuff out of the way and get the pouches out. $16 pouches left. There could be anything in here, but I will tell you they are fairly heavily stacked with premium stuff. There are budget knives in these pouches. There are a few mid-range knives in these pouches, and then there are quite a few premium knives. I think last week we did, 2 winners, and they drew, 2 knives each. I think 2 or 3 of those knives were premium. So you have a pretty good shot if your name is drawn. Okay. Common Picker website. Let's refresh. We're going to paste. Here's the link. Scroll down. Filters on. We're going to get the total number of comments. $963 comments, so a little bit better odds tonight than usual. A few hundred people not getting the notification, probably because of my error, but that's okay. A 30-second wait to increase the tension. Who's it going to be? Who's it gonna be? Feels like it's been longer than 30 seconds, hasn't it? Hey! Nathan Hawks, 5846. I'm here now. I just hope I'm here when you call my name. There he is. Nathan Hawks, 5846. All you gotta do is make yourself known in chat. Everybody else, if you're not the winner, please just pipe down just a little bit. Let's see if we can find him. There he is. He's right there. How, people? I think it's just a trend to say rigged. Yep, he did it. He won. Congratulations. You get to choose 2. Let him pick. Let him pick. 8 up top, 8 down below. Pick 2. 1 through 8, 1 through 8. Yeah, I just changed the delay on the website. That's all I did. 2 and 8 on top. We got somebody doing a rare double top row pick. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, obviously the last one. The left one's heavier. Oh, the little Kaiser. So this is the Osho. Maybe that's the designer. Nitro V. No, the designer's here. No, it's a mini Bulldog. That's Osho. So mini Bulldog, Nitro V in aluminum with the clutch lock. So there you go. Probably a budget knife. Second one, what do we got? Another Kaiser, but a cool one. That has to stay in the pouch. Actually, it doesn't. You can have that if you want it. This is two knives with purple. So this is, it says Madrick Nitro V, but that might be the designer. So this is also a clutch lock. We have micarta, some purple accents, and a nice, I don't know if we want to call that, it's more of a reverse tanto. It's not quite a, it's almost a cleaver. These are both yours. Congratulations. Good EDC knives, great EDC knives. So you just need to email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com, and very specifically, your first and last name, your shipping information, and the exact knives that you won. By the way, winners from last week's live stream, I'm still working on those shipping labels. I'm late. I'm sorry about that. They'll get shipped out. If you won last week, don't worry. Your knives are literally directly north. They'll get shipped out. But I will try to email you back no later than Friday of next week with tracking information. Sometimes it's slightly later, but you will get your knives. Everybody who's ever won always gets their knives. Congratulations. Those are yours. I'm going to have to stack this up here now to make those rows even. I'll keep these in pouches until they're ready to go. If I have the original boxes, you'll get them. If not, you'll just get the knives. Okay, final winner. Final winner of the evening. Oh. Who's it gonna be? I kind of like it taking longer. I think that's kind of funny. The Poicolo that my wife gave me was currently in my pocket. That's the one. It's gonna go back in my pocket. Why 30 seconds? I think it's really funny to stress everybody out. Oh, the winner! JT6648. Thanks for the giveaway. And we have this sort of flying sky bubble cart. All right. JT6648. Everybody else just, I need to be able to find him in chat. You can't fake comment picker. It's a third-party website. All you can do is put the link in and push go. Oh, was that the end of that was the end of the playlist. Here we go. Are they here? I had to click out of screen there just for a sec. Hold on. Okay, he left. Hold on. He's got until 8:01. It's not a. I don't think it's a bot account. I've seen a lot of them. To be honest with you guys, a lot of the accounts saying bot right now, what they typically look like is you. with just one letter with a circle around it. Give him 2 minutes. We've seen this many times before. Give him 2 minutes. The rule is 2 minutes. They get 120 seconds, and if they're not here, we choose somebody else. Slow down, slow down. It could be a bot, absolutely. They just typically don't look like that. There's no absolutely sure way to know. It'd be kind of hard for the bot to make it into the unlisted video, though. That's what people forget about. Not impossible, but kind of difficult. I mean, it's the only access to the link is through the description of this live stream, because the video is not public, it's unlisted. To get picked and not answer, I mean, it happens sometimes. Time, you're right. Sorry, bud. Better luck next time. Hold on, I'm almost done. Sorry, I got people knocking at the door. Hold on. Huh? Oh, okay. Hey, girlie. Almost. Just about. Here we go. This is going to be it. I can feel it. Matthew Matazik 4006. Today is the day, my friends. Look at that. He knew. He felt the magic. Now he's just got to be here. Matthew, bring it home. Give him a sec. Don't say not here. He's had like 2 seconds to answer. Hold on. Hold on. There he is, right there. We got him. We got him. They said bot. He said nay. I am Matt. I won. I'm here. I'm the winner. Haymaker to all those people saying bot. He says no. He slaps you across the face with a lemon meringue pie. He says no. You get to pick 2, buddy. 7 up top, 7 on bottom. All right, let him pick. Let him pick. I need to be able to see his picks. You can pick 2 up top, 2 down below, 1 up top, 1 down below. Just give me the 1 through 7, 1 through 7. I got a way to watch for alts, but I do that after the fact. And I got a way of sorting out winners outside of that too. Three top, 6 bottom. 3 top, 6 bottom. Oh. Fairly lightweight, fairly dense. We got one of the... What's sticker in there? We got one of the ultra budget Migrons. I think these are $29, but a super nice knife. Forget the name of this one, but a really nice front flipper. G10 PVD blade, 14C20. No, that's a D2 blade. Yeah, D2 and contour G10. Very nice. Second one here. He did it. He got a premium. A really nice one, too. That is the Remet that has the deconstruction tool built into the backspacer. So if I remember correctly, yeah, we lift up and pull out. You need to make sure that the blade is slightly out. Right there. So this actually is the deconstruction tool. It's titanium and M390. Sorry, I got hooked there. Titanium and M390. And you can use the tool to disassemble from the pivot and everything else that would be involved with disassembling it, which is really cool. But you can actually pull that out and not even have it in there if you want. You probably should have the blade out when you do this. How does it snap back in there? Sorry, I want to get this back in. If you have questions about this, you can email me and I'll help you out and make sure that... Oh, it's because it's upside down. I'll make sure that you know, but you kind of have to like hook it in there and then snap it back down like that. Titanium frame lock, gold and black M390 blade. Very, very cool. Please email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com with your shipping information, your first and last name, and the exact knives that you want. I don't think I said that for the other person. Both people, your first and last name, shipping information, and the exact knives that you want. Congratulations. I gotta go. You know why? Because my daughter wants to watch K-pop Demon Hunter for the 9th time. Hold on. Oh, it's okay. It's a little one. Okay. If you got a daughter, maybe a son too. It's a good movie. But I know many of you in here are probably in that same situation. So I will be watching that movie again, and that's fine. It's a good movie. I enjoy it. Congrats to the winners. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. Thanks so much to my subscribers, Discord members, my Instagram followers, my TikTok followers. Thank you all. I hope you all have an excellent rest of your Friday. I'm gonna give some memberships real quick before I leave. Real quick, hold on. I want to get these out before I sign off tonight. 10 memberships from me. Congrats to the winners. Have a wonderful Friday evening and an excellent rest of your weekend. Bye.